Me, nothing as usual, which is perfect.
That is perfect, isn't it? Just the way that it's supposed to be. Okay, cool stuff. So my BlueStacks won't load. Can't get Nox to work. Email won't let me stream. Anyone got another emulator I could try?
What's up? I have no other suggestions. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, what just happened?
I'm casually doing dishes.
Yeah,
so.
that wasn't very casual, I'm not gonna lie.
Thanks.
Your dishes.
Did you just ask me at ECMF how do you casually do dishes?
No, how do you do dishes if you're making them? Like throw them up against the wall. They're done.
Well, yes. Don't you do your dishes like that? Like what am I missing here? What's this stuff?
Sometimes I do. This game makes me mad.
Straight savages. Okay, well, I don't know if this game's ever gonna load or what's its deal. Does anyone else's game just sometimes get to like 96% and it's just like, nah, I'm not doing it today?
Nope. I don't use BlueStacks.
Sweet E. Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I've tried to use Emu, but apparently they don't like you to stream it onto Discord.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't know nothing about that.
Oh, come on. Figure it out, E.
Nope. I'm too old. I don't care.
Too old. Oh, that's a good one. You're too young, you mean? Too young for this newfangled business. You need the newest tech. This Emu stuff's old. Give me the 2021 tech.
It's old? Is it really old?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Brand spanking new to me.
Okay, well, here we are. We're sitting here doing our thing here. I'm just going to let it try and load, so sorry I got nothing to share with you. I could share this with you, though. Check this out, guys. If you're interested in what I use for streaming software, there you go. You can see my screen. That is a program called OBS. There you go. So that's what you can look at if you want.
Looks so good.
Like how I put
a little bit of freeze for you.
Yeah, I put the emblem right in the middle there, just so looks fresh and clean.
Nice.
Yeah. But
maybe you could just tell us your plan then.
That sounds stupid. Okay, E, I'm just gonna tell you the plan. I just want to make sure everyone's here and can hear me. Kai, you're here. E, you're here. A&M Farm, you're here. CMFL, what's up, brother?
Hello
Hey.
everybody. Hello, sir. How are you?
So good, so good. Thanks for being here. Green, you're here. Mar.
Yeah.
What up, Mar? Oh, and Cole, because it's Saturday, right?
Yes.
What up,
He's making
Cole?
breakfast. Good morning.
Sleeping day.
What time is
Sleeping
it in your land of the day?
It's after 8 o'clock, so we got up very late.
Wait, after 8 o'clock? Like 8 a.m.?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's super late. Super late.
It is.
You guys are rebels.
Kind of late
so rebels.
Yes, sometimes we are.
Oh, that's hilarious. Awesome. I got up at 10 o'clock this morning because my wife shook me awake and said, hey, I gotta go get my hair done, so get up and do something useful. And I was like, okay, sounds good, will do.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. But great to have you both here. Thanks, Green, for being here too, even though it's early morning for you guys. Mr. Foo, is that the RebelScüm himself?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, brother.
How's it going?
So good. How are you doing? Are you done work for the day?
Yeah, just got home.
Nice.
Just got home.
That's good.
So,
You had a good week or what?
yeah, it wasn't too bad. Getting busy though.
What do you do for work again?
I run a small pool company.
Oh, like outdoor
So,
pools? Like swimming
Yeah,
pools?
like repair. Yeah, swimming pools.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. You
all good.
you own it or you manage it or?
Yeah, I run it.
Cool. That's sweet. That's sweet, man. That's some good stuff. I bet you that's a big business.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're in Arizona, so it's always
Yeah.
cool temperature
Oh, yeah.
there.
Year round,
I
man.
was there in the summer, and that's like death temperature.
Oh
I
man,
was
yeah,
right
you gotta
in,
have a pool.
I was right in no, where was I? Scottsdale. I was in Scottsdale.
Okay, yeah.
Right in August, so it was like you step out onto the sidewalk, and it's like your just body melts into the ground.
Right, you start cooking. Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible, and we were just like, dude, it's so nice out. Why is no one out there? We step outside, and it's like, oh my gosh, humans aren't supposed to be alive in this temperature. That's why no one's out here.
Yeah. Yeah, especially up there, in Phoenix area.
Yeah.
It gets crazy hot up there. They get
Yeah.
120s and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was
so.
like 121 that day or something. It was stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we were gonna
Yep.
play like tennis or something at this tennis court, and we're like, hell no, that ain't happening. Let's go back inside and
Yeah.
get into that AC again.
Yeah, you won't even make it to the court, man.
No way, no way. Yep. Awesome, brother. Great to have you here.
Cool.
Thought about doing it a
No
little bit
worries.
earlier so that we could hopefully mesh all the time zones. I think we might miss the Europeans because it's midnight there now, but that's okay. We'll keep experimenting with these meetings a little bit. Just every once in a while we'll throw one out there just to see if we can't all get on the same page as leaders, and then also anyone's always welcome, even if you're not a leader or whatnot. But really at TTT, everyone's a leader. Everyone's got good ideas, and I don't want to make anyone feel that there's some hierarchy that they're not involved in. If you want to make a decision, just let me know, and you'll be part of the leadership team making decisions with us. Leadership team on our team is mostly just people that are willing to do a little bit more for the team than just log in and do their daily stuff. So appreciate you guys being here. And so today I just wanted to talk about a little bit about Season 2 prep, and just kind of mostly just get feedback from all you guys. Like, I have a pretty good plan that I'm possibly going to implement going into Season 2 here, but I just want to know where you guys are at as leaders and what you guys are feeling, how you felt about Season 1 most importantly, and then how you feel that we should make some changes to do better or do the same, or whatever. Wherever you're feeling we should go in a direction as leaders, I want to get everyone's input. Does that sound like a plan, guys?
Yeah, like I have a list.
Yes.
Did Cole just boo? Is Cole booing in the background?
No.
Oh,
No,
thought,
my son was.
Yeah.
oh, I thought it was Cole. I thought, whoa, Cole, really? You're not into this?
No, it's the boiling water, maybe.
Oh.
You heard.
No, someone was actively booing. Was that your son, ECMF?
Yeah, he's talking to his brother downstairs.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, boo to you too.
Yeah.
You may be extra cool, but yeah, boo.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I wanted to show you guys a little bit about the plan, but whatever, we'll just talk about it because like my game literally is just I keep exiting out, keep restarting BlueStacks, and it just gets me to 96% every time. So there you go. Anyway, so yeah, what anyone with an overall thought of Season 1? What'd you guys think? Anyone want to start us off?
I think I can,
Yes.
but my
yeah.
dogs are being crazy right now.
Yeah, your dogs. Yeah, your dogs, right?
Yeah, they're just really happy. So I just wanted to say that just like with everything else, like we've progressively gotten better. Like with KE, we got better. With COP, we got better and better and better, and with RoC, we're just getting better and better. Right?
Agreed.
But me personally, I feel like I could take more things off of your plate so you can like just do what you want to do without getting mad at us.
Hey, I don't get mad at you guys. Only every
Or
couple.
just getting
Only
frustrated
every.
and just
Yeah. Only
Yeah.
every couple minutes I get mad at someone. That's it. Like it's not all
Yeah.
the time. It's not like 100% of the minutes. It's only like every 90 minutes. You know, like
Okay,
90%
well,
of the minutes.
I would like to lower that percentage a little
Okay.
bit. Like, I'm not sure exactly what, but
Mhm.
like, I could, when it comes time to placing buildings and stuff, I could just do that, and you don't just tell me what you want, and I can just do that.
Right. Okay. Okay. I like that.
And then you don't have to spend like hours saying, "Hey, are you here? Hey, you want to do this? Hey, okay." You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a huge part of the first week or so of a new season is the building placements and getting the ACs in the right spot and all that stuff. So yeah, that would be a huge help. Appreciate that, E.
Yeah. And I think it will just go a lot smoother, you know, because people
Yeah,
know what they are, know what the buildings are, know what,
yeah,
you know, what to do and stuff.
yeah, yeah. I won't have to explain like the same thing 100 times because everyone kind of knows what at least what buildings there are now.
Yeah. But, and if there's anything else that I can do, I will do.
Okay, okay. Open to anything else. Okay, perfect. Yeah, yeah. Great, awesome. Yeah, appreciate that. There's lots of tasks that I have that would be far more delicious if someone else did them, I imagine. So, yeah, I'll keep that in mind, E. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, E, for sharing that. Anyone else?
I guess I would only say I would really encourage a merge of some kind to get more active people.
Okay, yeah, I like
Um,
that.
I think our overall strategy is pretty good, but if we really want to hit that top 10, we gotta. I think we're gonna need more peeps. So
Yeah, I agree with
that's the
you.
only thing I would say.
Yeah, perfect. I agree with you excellently. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I like that. So overall, yeah, I believe our strategy is very good. Also, it's just it would have just been better if we had more people. Totally, I agree with that. We would have been able to implement it a little bit faster. Had some stamina when we ran out. All that stuff would have improved with participation numbers being higher for sure. For sure. So a merge would definitely facilitate that if we can pull that off correctly. So I'll come back to that one for sure because that's a big part of what I want to talk about today. So thank you, Fu. That's awesome. Mr. Green has something here in chat. Let me be his voice here. Are you just finishing up work, Green? Is that what you're on your last night shift, or are you on your days off now? I can't remember. Yeah, just finished up your last night shift. Focus. So he says it was fun. I agree. It was very fun. And I think we need to focus more on roles for season 2. I.e., everyone this season was trying to be the top dog at tiling. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll write that down. Roles. Yeah, for sure, exactly. And so that's something that I will talk about too today is there's a few strategies we can employ for season 2 now that people have specialization points is we can now instead of everyone focusing on pushing tile level, we set up teams to do different things. Like our attackers will push maybe the combat tree a little bit heavier, and then our defenders will push more the honor structures, that resource one, and getting higher level honor structures, and so that they can be defending and their buildings can be the first line of defense and they can garrison them and work on that. And then our pathers or tilers or whoever can take the highest level tiles and all that will kind of focus in that construction tree to push 16s as fast as possible. And so that's the general idea is we'll kind of separate with the specialization is the in a perfect world we'll separate into kind of 3 teams and everyone focusing on each different tree. But then given that is with the resets, we need to use the resets more than we did this season because now that we have we're all starting at probably level 15 plus for next season, right? Somewhere between 15 and 25, I think, is everyone on our team. So that's where we're going to start, and we can slam the same one for the first couple weeks, and then we can break off into our teams depending on what roles and what you like best doing. I think everyone's kind of found a spot that they like to be, whether that's attack, defense, the war tile team like Foos, or just a straight path, or like busting out 40 stamina or 40 marches right away kind of thing, and then just sitting back and kind of floating. So I think everyone's kind of got a good grasp on what they like to do, all the people that have been coming to wars regularly, so about 30 people on our team. And so now it would just be fine-tuning those roles a little bit more and using specialization to push our teams, just give them that little bit more edge, right? Because that's one thing, like, that's just another strategy that other teams won't be doing, is they won't be diversifying so, I guess acute is the only word that's coming to mind, but diversifying like so directly, like with a purpose. Like our attackers will only do combat tree just so we can smash buildings and take more points faster, or something like that, right? And so we'll work into those roles as we kind of move on. So that's good. Thank you so much for that, Green. So specialization, and then. Yeah, and then I think you were also probably along the line, so everyone this season was trying to be top dog at tiling. Yeah. So then also with that is what, so with that in mind is, yeah, so what, there's a couple teams that employed a pretty cool strategy that I've heard of before, but I just don't know if our team was ready for it last season, so it's good to remember, or good to talk about it right now, is, so like for instance Reg, what they did is they built paths for Geronimo so that he could push to 16 as fast as possible, right? Because you really only need one person at 16s, and then everyone else on the attack just needs to be at least 12, right, to hit buildings in zone 4. So if we push one person to 16 as fast as possible, by all of us like building paths for them in zone 4 to take the highest level mines and saving all the highest level mines for that one or two people, then we can kind of streamline that. And Reg got to do a lot more stuff than we got to do in zone 4, because we never really got into zone 4 except for that one THE war, but that was, not really a real war, but we didn't really get into zone 4 because we didn't really have too many people that could take high level tiles and hold them. To stay in zone 4 you need to be able to take 15s and 16s and sit there, right? Just like CA does by our AC4. They literally have 16s that are still there and we can't do anything about it. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's a good point there, Mr. Green. Okay, so then noting of course that we want to keep room for, so Kai says, noting of course that we want to keep room open for floaters, or rather not specialized so much that we can't float. Yes, exactly, and that's where we'll use those resets, is because our spenders will have a few more flexible resets, so then we can always, so one war they'll do this, and then if we need them in another area, and they have a couple resets to use, then we'll just reset them over to defense, and then we'll specialize into the defense tree, and they can kind of use that, or we'll just have a couple of people, like I think our main floaters were me, E, and then Kai, mostly, were the main floaters. Actually, Fu was a floater at the beginning of the season too, but just wherever we're needed, we'll kind of build that kind of idea that we do have a few floaters and people to kind of work that angle. Is that,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, exactly, and then, yeah, so focus, not priority, yeah, exactly, and then, so, that's another thing for Season 2, like, everyone knows, like, if I ask someone to path, they know to use calves, I believe, now. They just know that, okay, if I'm going to build path, if I'm taking tiles, I need to be using my calves, right? And so, everyone kind of knows that, and then generally, everyone knows that if you're going to hit buildings, and you're pretty close, you might as well use your footmen, so that they can just march into that building and take the highest HP off of that building as possible, and then so on and so forth. We never really got into the archers thing, but archers are really good for defense, for holding tiles, garrisoning tiles, and garrisoning buildings, because they can kill like calves. If they're sending calves to take tiles, they just they counter calves, so they're perfect for garrisoning tiles to stop calves from taking them. And so, yeah, just little stuff like that. We got a little bit more of a grasp on now, so we can kind of put that into the plan a little bit too. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So that was Green and that was Kai. Perfect, Kai. Thank you for that. Anyone else? Let's see. Yeah, go ahead, Fu. I think you unmuted. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just gonna say maybe we could train other leaders so the same people that are leading teams don't get so burned out, and that would also give other people a chance to step up and in a leadership role and have some fun.
Yeah, I agree with that. Train leaders. Yeah, that's an awesome idea. Yeah, so that's great. I love that. And I tried my best to try and get a couple leaders for each team just so we could rotate, and then plus it helps if they're not there too, right? If they're not there, a particular ward, then the like co-captain or vice leader or the next leader in line kind of has an idea of what to do. But then most importantly, the burnout thing is real, right? So we just don't want people to burn out. So sometimes if you're not really feeling it for an RC war and you just want to burn your stamina and then get the F out, then perfect. We'll toss you on the path. You know what I mean? We'll just throw you in. You have your path, burn your 40 legions, or you just didn't have a good day and you just want to play the game for 15 minutes and then get out of here and do your thing. Totally. Just to keep people, fresh and not getting them tired out and stuff like that, because yeah, it's a long season. It'll be the same thing, like 60 days or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but there was points during out the season that I was just like, yeah, this is getting old, right?
Or just like
Yeah.
I could have taken the night off.
Yeah, I think everybody
probably
could have
could've.
at least one or two of them, So
Yeah.
I mean,
I
that
did
way-
manage to take 2, but
Yeah, no, that's for sure. And it'll always be the same for every season ever. Like, if you just need to take a day off and you don't want to RC war, I will never hold that against anyone. Like, they're intensive. They're super intense. They, I mean, it's a time commitment, 2.5 hours. Like, that's a real thing, you know? It's not, if you're there at every war, like, I think Metal was our highest war attendant. Metal and possibly E. I think we're the highest at 16 and 17, I believe. Yeah, you're basically a sweaty nerd at that point. So, but yeah, I mean, if you just times that, like 3 hours times 17, that's how many you dedicated straight to RoC War and RoC War only. So, yeah, it's a lot. It adds up pretty quick. So maybe don't do the math because you might get sad about it.
it'd also be good too, in case like if you can't make it or whoever the team leader can't make it, someone's ready to step up and fill the role. So it's not like the whole team, the whole alliance suffers because you can't
One
make it.
person needs
Kinda
to-
deal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I agree.
So
We'd spread that out a little bit more. We have tons of good leaders. We have tons of good players. I don't think it would be too much to have a couple people come up and just take a backseat leadership role just in case kind of thing. No, that's a good point. Thank you, Fu. Anyone else with anything?
I could probably do more of an attack leader or whatever kind of captain, because now I don't have a million other things going on, like
Yeah.
messages and stuff like that, and I have a good idea of like how to put my WARL hat on and like know what you want and know
Right.
how to go about most efficiently and most, the smartest way to go about doing whatever.
Totally. Yeah, and that'll be good. I'll write you down and keep that in mind there. I just wanted to maybe take a moment to talk to the specific leaders of each team that we have on this call, just to see, like, if they're willing to do it again. Like, honestly, just tell me your honest thoughts. If you don't want to do it, if you just want to chill and just just let me know, because like I just want you to have fun. Like, if you're doing a role that you don't like for like 17 wars in a row, I promise you, you'll quit the game shortly. So, or you'll just be angry every time you play it, and that's not what we're going after, right? So, yeah, let's start with Green, maybe on the attack side. Green, did you like that? I know with your schedule, it wasn't like you were there always, and so Prime and Metal stepped in sometimes, but did you like being attack lead, kind of? Because you were the main lead for attack side of stuff. Give him a moment here to type in there. Okay. Okay, so yeah, green is good. Yeah, and I think I'll just say a little bit about each of you two. I think you did a phenomenal job, green. Whenever I actually did what I was supposed to every war and stopped micromanaging your team, you did a fantastic job. So I was very impressed with how you got people moving and did multiple paths and all that stuff. And as we get closer to season 1, I'll take a couple moments sometime whenever it works for the captains, just to take a couple moments and make sure you know your role and the best thing to do, because there's a couple times, just specifically on the attack team, where we needed to branch out a little bit earlier and we didn't communicate it fast enough, and so we got stopped in our one path and then we had to branch, and then it's just easy for them to now they're ahead of us. They're one step ahead. So if we could stay one step ahead of them on the attack side, then we have multiple options and we can probably get to buildings a lot better. But you did fantastic, Green. Thanks so much. So we'll call you good for next season, and I'll fill you in there. I know Metal had fun doing that, and Prime also, I believe, had fun. So we'll probably keep those three, and then we'll have we'll probably filter you in there to E, or I might have you in a different captain role if you're open to it when we get there. Okay, so then who else do we have? As far as defense, we don't really have any of our defending captains here. What my thoughts for the defense side of stuff was, I wanted to, because Bibble is awesome. Don't you guys agree? He does a phenomenal job on defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does
I
really good.
hope-
And I think he enjoys it too. I think he really likes doing it. So we're definitely going to keep him in that role. I think, so then we have, so Bibble was the main one, and then Fox and Canyon. So Canyon is just only one war a week kind of thing on weekends because of his work schedule, so that's fine. But as far as Fox, I think Fox did a phenomenal job too. Just the training wasn't there, right? Bibble was always doing it, so whenever Bibble wasn't there, she didn't have the quite training, so that'll be part of my responsibility to help train her up there or get her stuff. But I think she did a good job too, stepping in, not really knowing what to do at the time, and she did a phenomenal job also. So I'm very pleased with that. But as far as an addition to the defense team, I need more of a mainstream person. So I had a couple options. Sorry, not a mainstream person. The words I'm trying to say are, I need more of a voice, someone that is willing to take charge a little bit, just so, because my goal for season 2 is I'm not going to micromanage the teams, because you all know what we need to do for defense, for attack, for pathing. You guys all know what we need to do now. I am just going to sit back and just make sure everyone's on the right track. I'm just going to filter through each team and just look and be like, okay, you guys are doing great, or tweak it a little bit and go this way, moving on. Like, I'm just going to say one snippet instead of focusing directly on one team the whole time. And this will allow me to see more of what's happening, right? Especially on defense, when they're coming for 3 ACs at the one time, I can take the role of stopping them at a different AC with a couple of the floaters or something, while the main defense stops them at AC 1. Like, that'll give me a little bit more flexibility to watch what's going on. And then, so what I'm looking at right now is a couple options are, I was thinking Kai, you, or you, ECMF. If you could, one of you, if you felt comfortable to step into a defense kind of co-captain role with Bibble.
Yeah, well, yeah, just as long as, like, every war, or...
No, so it's only like, so for instance, like Bibble will do it. He can crush it. He did phenomenal. Just, let's look at the last war. Their closest target was AC4, and Bibble stopped them in their track, so that they had to move everything to AC1, basically, right? And then we just ran out of stamina at AC1, so that they got there, right? That's all that happened. We did a phenomenal job. Foo's team did great. Bibble's team did great. And then AC2 was like, whatever. It happened. It was going to happen. We kind of gave up because, or sorry, we didn't give up, but we kind of moved on to the next part of just spreading in their state, because they were already at our AC1 buildings and we weren't at their buildings, right? So AC2 is kind of whatever happened there, but AC1 did great, just ran out of stamina, so the numbers will fix that if we can get more people. And then Bibble did a phenomenal job. So whenever Bibble's on there, basically the co-captain would have to do nothing. Like, they would just have to back Bibble up and watch another AC, do whatever he asked you to do, basically. You would just be another defender at that point. Or a floater. And we would move you wherever you needed. But if we gets into an intense battle, like if we're fighting someone in the top 10, which we hopefully will be pretty much every war next season, we will need someone that, if Bibble's not there, because the time isn't perfect for him, right? Like, by the time we get halfway through the war, it's like midnight his time, right? So he might not be able to be there at every war, and I don't think he was at every war, right? There's somewhere he wasn't. Does that make sense, E?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be like you're not taking over for Bibble or anything like that. It would just be whenever is needed, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we'll put you down for that.
Should we have like people that are like specifically for certain ACs to defend, or
Well, we will probably, if we can, like, so, yeah, that's a great point to bring up. Because, so, if we can get our numbers up to that, you know, because we were average 25 to 30 every war, or maybe even above that, 25, we'll say like 27 to like 33 we averaged every war. Somewhere in that range, like right around 30, we'll say, every single war on average. So, basically, that doesn't give us enough flexibility to guard 3 ACs at the same time, really, right? We can guard 2 with that many, but not 3. So basically, if we can bump our numbers through a merger or by just acquiring some people that want to leave their current teams that didn't do so well or whatever, however we get more active people to fight at reset, then we can employ that tactic where we have like 3 groups of defenders and 3 groups of attackers, and we can basically defend 3 ACs and attack 3 ACs all at the exact same time. Wouldn't that be the dream, right? Well, basically, what VXI did to us, right? So they had 47 people online plus the other alliances, right? So if you could imagine, we had 45 to 50 people online, and we were doing the same thing they were doing. Well, it would have been like a stalemate. It would have come down to a tile war.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a great point. We'll definitely write that one down. To have designated people for each AC.
Yeah, because sometimes, like, when they're going after whatever AC, I'm like, well, what one should I go garrison? I just don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and so that'll definitely help. And it'll help, too, that, like, by the time Season 2 gets in full swing, we'll probably have, 10 C-22s. Like, I'll be C-22. I'm sure Fu will be C-22. Or are you C-22 already, Fu? I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm already C20.
Oh, okay, yeah. So basically, we'll probably have 10 to 15, and then plus if we get a merger coming, we'll have maybe even 20. 20 people with T8s, right? So then at that point, so we'll have our 5 assigned people per AC to garrison. So it'll be like we did green, metal, E, garrison AC1, and then it will be Fu, me, and I know CMFL is probably going to be 22, right? So us 3 would be AC2 garrison, and we'll have our garrison teams to do that. But yeah, that's a good point, E. For sure, I like that. Okay, awesome, E. That's appreciated. And then yeah, Bibble's gonna hopefully still like his role and do his role, and then Fox will be there also. Like, I don't want to take Fox out because I think she did a great job. It's just when no one else is there to take the role, like, she just needs a little bit more training, I believe, to step up to get that. Like we all do, right? And so next one would be Fu, Mr. Fu. How did you like being? First of all, I appreciate you coming on and just taking initiative and creating that team, because I think that team was huge.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I just we needed a little extra defense there, so yeah, I think it worked out good. Actually, the people there, like Mar and Celtic, they really stepped up. So I didn't really have to give them too much direction. I kind of gave them enough to get started, and after that, they got all over it. So it was a good team. It was a good team.
Good. Yeah, I was very impressed with every single member of your team too. There wasn't one that was like a little bit behind anyone. I feel like everyone, like you said, you gave a little bit of direction, and everyone just like crushed it. Della, everyone, and like Bryce was there once or twice, and whoever joined,
especially Della.
Yeah, Della did phenomenal.
Yeah, he surprised the crap out of me. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he does good,
So,
eh?
yeah.
Okay, so you like that role? You like that? I think it's good for our main first line of defense, just so we don't have to pull too many castles away from our alliance centers to defend farther out like that. We keep them in the rings, and then we have your team farther out.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, it's okay to do it. I was getting kind of burned out at the end,
Okay,
so I wouldn't mind, like,
getting someone
that's why I
else
was
in
kind
there.
of thinking that somebody else could step up in the role, and then I could go on an attack team or do whatever, a
Sweet.
defense team.
Awesome.
So
Okay, perfect. Well, that's a great point then. So then, like, if like I wasn't over there a ton, but who do you have someone in mind that you think could step up into the leadership role and not
yeah,
not struggle too hard with it?
definitely Mar and Cole. They did really awesome. I think either one of them could do it. I think Celtic. I think he could probably do it too.
I think Jim would be
Give
good
him a little
too.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more training in him, and I think he's got it down. So
Okay.
yeah, really anybody there could do it. I mean, I think they got the gist of it. It's not too
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
The only
might-
hard part is defending AC2 when you have
For
to
sure.
have that open field tile battle and stuff like that. I think that's a little bit more difficult, but
Yeah,
it's not too bad.
Yeah, I think
Go ahead.
it worked great when Bibble kind of took control of the open field. He did a phenomenal job with the open field in that one, or just the last war, AC4. It was open field, and he did a great job. He took like 3 to 4 people, and they just like stopped them in their tracks. So I think if
Okay,
we
good
keep
deal.
him kind of in that kind of role of the open field defense, he does that, and then your team or whoever's team it becomes is more of like the AC1 first line of defense where we have all our tiles, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it's more of the more kind of less open field and more like, okay, this is exactly where you're going. Because Bibble got his guys to move perfectly. They ported around, blocked with their castles, and that's not really an option when it's all clustered in there with tiles, right?
Right. Right.
Okay,
Well,
excellent.
that
So,
sounds good. Yeah, I mean, whatever works, man.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll have you. Okay, I'll. Well, if you want to reach out to Jim, I'll reach out to him too and just ask him. And then Mar and Cole, what do you guys figure? I know you guys got your thing, and I don't want to put too much pressure on you guys at all. But what are you guys feeling about that?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially me, I'm participating in most wars because I'm not working.
Yeah.
But this is not always the case, and I have, of course, to consider the health.
100%.
Right.
I like that. I like tiling. I like being in Foo's team. I really do. And Cole at the same. It's just I'm helping anyway. you
Right.
know.
Yep.
It's in my character to step up and guide others when I do know where we are heading. So yeah.
Okay.
Being as a leader of the team, sure.
Okay.
As a second leader, I mean, sure.
Okay. Perfect.
Whenever I can, I will help wherever and whenever.
Okay. Awesome. Well, what will go, the vibe I'm feeling right now, I like to just go with my gut on most things. The vibe I'm feeling is you guys don't really need a leader per se at this point. You just need to have someone maybe at the beginning give a couple pointed directions, and then you guys just have at it.
Exactly.
Is that the vibe kind of thing, Fu?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
about right.
Honestly, so we'll go with that. Honestly, we'll kind of just rotate between whoever is the one giving directions, whether that may be you, Fu, at the beginning of a war one time, and then you hop on attack or defense or wherever you want to go. Doesn't matter. But give that direction, and then we just kind of check on the team as they go, because they're pretty self-sufficient, right? Like, every time I popped over there, you guys were just doing it. I literally did nothing. I came over and I said, oh, hey, you guys are crushing it. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, I had to do nothing every time I came over to your channel. So your team is very, very good, and they know what they do. So as long as we give them a little bit of direction at the beginning of a war, and then they just go at it for 2.5 hours, then it's good to go, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
Sweet.
agree.
And then we can free up whoever. Like if one time Celtic wants to go and do something else, or Mar, like we'll just fill in one of our floaters. We'll join that team, and Fu, you can go somewhere else, or just to keep the numbers the same and keep a good number of people on that first line of defense. Then we can move. We can float you guys to other places to try out if you're interested, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Sweet. So that's
That's good.
basically. And then we had. Well, Elle's not here, but we have the pathing team, and Elle's gonna. She's messaged me, and she wants to step up a little bit more and take full control of that. The pathing team, honestly, is my bread and butter. Like that's my favorite place to be. And so if I didn't have to be on attack or defense, and I could just path with the pathers, that would be my ultimate dream. So if we could make that happen for season 2, I'd be very happy. And then me and Elle could just run the pathing team, and we could just hit that hard, because I love, like, that's what I did in all of the other RCs I've ever done, is I've always been on the pathing team or been the pathing captain. And I love it. It's good, and it's very critical to kind of having that two-pronged attack. Like, if the pathers can get there and make enough noise, they don't even have to get the buildings, but if they can get to the close enough and all the big people have to come thinking that we're going to hit buildings, well, then we just destroy their AC1, then we destroy their AC2, and then we destroy their AC3, and so on and so forth, right? And so if we can have, that's one thing I'll say for season 1 is I think the pathers, we didn't get to where I wanted to as far as what we were doing, and some wars we didn't even need them, so maybe that was the part of it too. We didn't get enough experience doing it. But we'll work on that. I'll work on that with Elle. But we had some good pathers. Asgard, Bless, Cray came at the end there, and he'll probably want to do that again next season. And so anyone that wants to be a pather, honestly, it's more of like a floating position. You don't even have to be a full-time pather. If one war you're like, well, shit, guys, I really don't want to be online for this war at all, just come and path for 40 tiles, drop your 40 tiles, and then peace out, and we'll see you the next day or whenever. Right? Does that make sense, guys? It's more of like where we'll put our floaters that don't necessarily want to be a main role in the war. Everyone kind of got the idea of the pathing side of stuff there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then, perfect. So that basically sums up our captains. Now, so let's hit the points that everyone brought up first about where we're going for season 2. So E, that would be wonderful. So basically, I will as far as the building placement goes, I will get you the plan before that first week happens, and then if you can just direct that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Then I will, whenever I'm online, that way I don't have to be online for 27 hours straight. Whenever I pop online, I can give an assist and just double check or move some buildings, do whatever I need to do. And then you can kind of just pop in and out. Like, if we can share it a little bit, then neither of us needs to be online for that much of a time strain.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, that's awesome. And then food, the merge. Okay, so as far as this merge goes, guys, here are my thoughts, okay? So we obviously need more people, right? We're all in agreement. If we're going to claim top 10, we need to be able to fight at the same level as VXI. We need to have like 45 people to 50 people online for war to fight in the top 10. Are we in agreement there?
Yep.
No, because we are TTT and we can do it with much smaller. But yes, more people would help.
Well,
totally
we are TTT, and we didn't do it with much smaller. So
we did it with we didn't do it with half. We were like 2 to 3 to 1.
Okay.
So
true, true.
Yeah.
True. I'll compromise and I'll say like 35 to 40. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comfortable.
Perfect. So in that pursuit, then I guess with that in mind. So with that in mind, then I've already reached out to a few of the R5s in our state just to see what their plans are for season 2. And so, if my game would ever fucking load, I mean, yeah, fun times, Mr. Game. This is the part that I wanted my game loaded for. Let me see if I can do something. Apparently, I can mobile share on Discord, so let's see if I can't go on there and share my screen through my phone. because my computer's not working. So, yeah. Nope, that's not gonna work. That's cool. Okay, I don't know, guys. I don't know, whatever. Basically, this is it, okay? Okay, so... Hello? I'm back. Anyone there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear
Sorry. I'm messing around on random stuff and it kicked me off of the voice channel. Okay, so basically this is what we got, okay? So what my first line was this, okay? So I wanted to look at maybe alliances within NAP, because if they're in NAP, then they're relatively active in our state, right? Because if they're below NAP, then they're probably like casual, like Farmville style players, so that's really not going to help us for RoC. So if you go into the rankings...
Are you intending to share your phone screen with us?
You know what? I wish I could, but I can't figure it out.
Oh no.
So
Okay. No worries. No worries.
just go into your game if you got your game there, and just have Discord voice in the background there. But basically, so the Alliance power rankings, if we look where we're at, we're like 5th. We're basically like 4th, 5th, 6th. That's like we sit there up and down. So we'd be looking at someone that's below us, probably, because everyone above us fights at reset +8. So we have OPE, reset +8, Full Scale War, reset +8, Hell, reset +8, Ordinal Scale, yeah, ODC, Percy's team, reset +8, and then we have our 2 reset teams, TTT and RAG, and then I have no idea about 1GN, I have no idea about OPE number 2, they are nothing. AK3 reset +8, but they pretty much have 9 players on no matter what time they wore, so that's an option there. And then that's basically it. No one else is really active. Maybe LOV, but Romney will not respond to my messages. He responds once a week, so there you go. So that wouldn't be a help anyway to have his team is into our team in whatsoever capacity. So basically what we're looking at main is AK3, which is Noli's team. Okay? So I've spoken with Noli a little bit, and I gave her 2 options, like if she's interested in the 2 options or no options at all. But the first option was to just straight up merge. Okay, so we find 20 of their people that are actually online for reset, that are available for reset and to fight at reset and want to fight at reset, and yeah, basically 20 of their people that want to do that, and then they can come over to our team. And it wouldn't even be like a true merger. They would just leave theirs and come to ours, because they would still keep their team and they could do whatever. But that's option number 1, and so she said she'll approach your team about that. She likes the idea, but then option number 2 was they would join our mega hive at the very least, and they would basically where VXI place their rally point, AK3 would place their AC1. Thus pushing that corner back like another 200, right? So it would give us a little bit more flexibility, and then they would basically run defense for us. Not fully, but they would be doing what like PDY and HED did for VXI last war. They would be the first line of people coming to hit and to stop the tiling that's coming to our AC. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, any help we can get.
Yeah. Okay,
Sounds good.
and they don't have a terrible a lot of members that are active at reset, but they have a good handful, like 5 to 10. So we'll see what they want, and then more importantly, like they're not getting rewards for season 1. So I just said to her, like, honestly, like, you guys do whatever, I don't care, like, it's cool, like, if you guys just are casual, it's super cool, you can come and join our mega hive and help out casually whenever you're available, or if, like, there's some people on your team Like I know Sir Ender, he's a very active player, and he definitely, I imagine, would love to have some rewards instead of 0 rewards. So he might be an option, and then a couple others people, but they don't have a ton of people. Like I said, they have about 9 people for each time zone that are active. So we'd be getting only a handful of people anyway. So that's the first one, and then the other one that's in the process right now is RAG, the RAG Alliance there. So yeah, it's in the process. But what are you guys' thoughts so far?
Well, I know sounds like a lot of you guys aren't a big fan of RAG, but I think that would be beneficial to both of us. We'd really have a shot at the top, maybe even top 5, if we were able to work something out. But no, just like anything else in this state, you gotta, it's questionable. So that's all I gotta say.
For sure. Well, I think you summed it up good there. Anyone else got anything else to say? Green's typing.
Like,
We might need them.
yeah. I enjoyed when they came to our aid, and I feel very resistant a little bit, but I feel like willing to lend that olive branch, like show us first. That you'd be willing to come help us or something during a war.
Right. Good point. And then Green says we might need them. Yeah, good point there too. What the last one to say something would be you, E. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, we kind of talked about it before, but I think that I don't know if they would be like how they would respond to, that there's leaders and there's leaders in their alliance, and I don't know if they would just automatically assume that they're the leaders and that we're merging because we need them, or because because it's mutually beneficial. Like, I just don't know if there would be, I don't know, just like power struggles that like aren't necessary, but it just will happen. And that will get in the way of stuff.
To speak to that, I do feel confident, at the very least, in WARL's ability to put a damper on that immediately.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I do agree completely and wholeheartedly.
I just don't want to make it harder on him, on WARL.
And us as well. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I agree with you completely. Plus, it's nerve-wracking meeting new people, so...
Well, yeah, and I don't know. Like, and Rel said it last night that he starts wars.
Yeah. There's definitely some wild cards
don't want to draw too much
involved there.
attention.
But I just want to mention a few names that probably bring no fear to you guys' name. Geronimo, Gunner,
yeah.
Lady, shit, forgot her name. The Texas chick, Lady
Dynamite.
Sith, too.
Ooh, yes.
Sith, also good.
Yeah.
Like those are the names of people that are reasonable, that are in that alliance. They're definitely reasonable, and like Rael's also reasonable.
Absolutely, yeah.
Unless he gets poked a little bit too much or he smoked too much weed. One of the two.
Yeah.
One of the two. Which is basically a daily event. So.
Well, I can tell you from being in that alliance, they're all pretty chill.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a lot like people here.
Okay.
There's a few outlandish ones, but they're not they're not mainstream there.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect.
Thanks, Rebel. I needed that a little bit.
That's
I
good.
do love them all. Every interaction is so wonderful. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have lots of people that like you don't even know that are awesome too. Like Cavan Joe, super awesome. C25 guy, he just doesn't say anything in PC ever really.
Right. Yeah.
XDY or whatever that guy. Also 42. What about fucking 42? Bearded, beautiful man.
Yeah.
Lots of good people over there that just aren't even involved in any of the craziness of 341. But they do follow follow suit whenever they're called upon. They make good alliance members, right? So that's to say they'll do the same whatever alliance they're in, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
I think that if the logistics and like the roles and everything worked out perfectly, we could dominate the top 3.
Yeah, I agree too. I think all of your guys' points are so valid on this topic because you guys are very in tune with what happens in the state. This is my feelings on it. Is I am willing to try it, if that makes sense. I am willing to try it for the simple fact that I believe. How do I say this? I believe under the right leadership that all those people will be even better than what they are right now. Does that make sense?
Yep.
They will actually play the game and just fucking drop the Civil War bullshit. I know there's a time and place for all of it, but there's also a time and place for none of it. And it's often. No worries, no worries.
Morning all.
Oh, Canyon! What
Canyon.
the
Yeah.
freak?
Yeah. Hey, look at that. Finally made it here.
Yeah, what up, brother?
Not a whole lot. Just kind of try and enjoy a morning off, except that I've got to take the work truck in because it's fucked. Got to take it in for repairs. So
Nice.
well, my trip home on the lovely dirt roads, I've lost all ABS. I've lost all traction control. I've lost tail lights. I've lost fucking everything.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Now
No
you just
electric
need to
brakes on
write
the
a
trailer
country
anymore.
song. About
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's good. Well, awesome. We're just chatting about some possible things for Season 2 here, so just sit back and input when's needed and all that stuff, guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
Yep.
So Green brings up something. Well, RoC War Alliance will determine if we could pull it off. So what do you mean exactly, Green? Like having... Oh, yeah, what do you mean? I don't know what you mean exactly. Anyone can interpret the Green's words for me? Or no, he's typing. Never mind, no interpretation needed. He's going to explain. World domination. Okay, yeah, totally. If we could merge and get a good thing going, and then we can dominate the world. I agree. So true. Okay, so basically, where we're at is, definitely it's going to be in the works, and honestly, I'll probably... If it's between me and you guys, I think it's the best thing for us and the best thing for them. Like with all things being equal, like I do like that alliance. I do like the alliance. I like many of their members. Like Rail, a good friend of mine, Canadian, good guy, super good guy. We've had many like private conversations on Discord that have just been fun and a blast that have nothing to do with the game. Really good guy. Sounds good, E. We'll catch you in a little bit here. It's being recorded on YouTube too, so that'll be up for people to go back and check out if you didn't catch the whole thing. So ultimately, like, RAG will be... It'll probably happen, okay? Now, to comfort you guys with all your concerns or your non-concerns or whatever they are, will be my side of the equation of it'll only happen if these things are met, basically. And so Rail have brought up some good points like leaders, what's the plan, R5s, what's the plan, attack leaders, defense leaders, blah, 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 right? So basically, who's the leadership is the main thing. If you read between the lines, basically all he cares about is who's the leadership of this new team, right? Are we on the same page there? So, like,
Yeah,
it's
totally.
not going to happen unless I'm going to be R5. Just
Good.
tossing that up in the hat there. You guys know me pretty well. I don't have a big ego, but there's one thing I'm not letting you guys get fucked by someone coming in and making all the decisions, because the only way I can control everything in this equation is if I stay as R5. If I'm not R5 and someone else is, then it's like he could be the greatest person on planet Earth. I don't know, but we don't know. We haven't gone through a season of RoC with him. We haven't fought in the trenches with them. Like, we just don't know. You guys know what to expect from me, right?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. I totally agree with this.
Yeah, or Mar. That's a good point. Yeah, Mar. Let's do Mar. Mar even agreed. Agreed. Yeah, Mar.
Mars gonna be the R5.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like this. Everyone's on board with
I do
this, Mar.
too. Let's do that.
Way to step up, Mar.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, so that'll be the biggest thing is like I don't mind being the R5 and just stepping back and not really. I'll just be the R5 in principle, just so like we don't get fucked in this interaction, if that makes sense. And then whatever Ram or Rail can be the actual true leader, I don't know, but ultimately, like I will hold that position just so we don't get fucked. Right? Does that seem reasonable for everyone? I think everyone kind of agrees.
Yeah.
And that's not saying I'm better than Ram or I'm better than Rail or I'm better than anyone. It's not saying that at all.
No.
All it's saying is we know you guys all are TTT for some reason. I don't fucking know. But you're here. And I'm the leader of it. And so let's keep it as we don't want to crazy change everything too crazy. Just so we can move up 10 slots in RoC. That might make the game not as fun for 90% of our alliance, and so we're definitely not going to make that just to do better, right?
Well, I think if you divvy up the leadership roles,
yes,
pretty well, I think it's going to be pretty solid.
Yeah, and that would be my next point, is doing that exact thing, making it super equal, basically straight across the board. Anyone on our team that wants to stay a captain would remain a captain, and anyone that's like, yeah, I could be a captain, I couldn't be a captain, basically, I don't know, like basically a person in your situation that, yeah, you could be a captain, or you couldn't be a captain, it doesn't really matter too much to you. Or even you, Fu, same thing with you, like anyone that's kind of just on the fence about being a captain, we would just slide one of their players in, like Geronimo or Gunner, or I can't remember their defense, but Geronimo and Gunner do attack, and then their defense, I can't remember. But we're just also just remember we're like hyper organized compared to their strategy. We rely on strategy number one. They rely on like a sheer like just force number one, and then strategy number two. So it will be a little bit of an adjustment period for sure, just kind of meshing those two philosophies together. But ultimately, if we could do like pure muscle and strategy at the same time, that would be pretty dope, wouldn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
Just having like when a fucking C-25 comes to just stop us, we just pop them off a tile, because we also have 4 C-25s in our back pocket too, right? And so
nice.
I think like overall we would just become this super alliance that would crush in RoC as long as we can get the merge nice and smooth, right? And that's what Rail wants, and that's what everyone over there wants, is if they want to do it, it will be nice and smooth, and I think I can facilitate that. And if you guys have any pointers or tips or anything that you're concerned about, definitely speak up over the next couple weeks, but it won't happen until we get a little bit closer to Season 2, just so we can make sure all the moving parts are in place so nothing gets kind of missed. But ultimately, it'll be something along the lines of, like basically 4 R4s from our team, 4 R4s from their team, as far as that. Not that that fucking matters to anyone on my team being an R4 or not. It doesn't matter. Maybe more for them. So we might give them 5 R4s or 6 R4s because I'm R5. I don't know. We'll make a compromise somewhere that seems reasonable, because no one on my team really cares if there's an R4, I believe. Is that correct, guys?
No, I don't care.
Yeah. I don't think any of you care.
Doesn't bother me at all. I mean, to sacrifice an R4 spot to have an awesome RoC team, dude, no thoughts about it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're the R5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think you're better overall strategy guy. I think that would be better as R5.
Yes.
So.
Out of everyone on their team versus our team, I think you're accurate in saying that for sure. I agree with you there. And then it would leave me freed up to just do the strategy too, because we could have everyone else just be the muscle of the team. Like Reg will bring in a lot of muscle, and then also obviously you guys know strategy just as well as me on the most part. So we would be the strategy side, and they would be the muscle, all coming together kind of thing, right?
Pretty sweet.
Like we would be getting level 16 tiles. Geronimo would be level 16 after the first week kind of thing. So we would be hitting up AC4s the second week into the wars. Like that would be fucking nuts, wouldn't it?
Yes.
It would be crazy. It would be crazy. And we could smash
that
ACs because we would have T9s.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, there's many Many good stuff. I suggest we proceed with the merger within the next week. This will give us time to get on the same page until next season. Yeah, so we'll have to wait till Tally Week is over, just because if we do it during Tally Week, then like it messes up Tally Week. So we'll definitely have to wait till the season's officially over. But I will propose that for sure, Mar. I think that's a great idea. We do need to get it going so we can see if it's working. Like if we have to cut bait and see it's not working, then we need to have time to adjust to that too. Because, like, ultimately, if I'm R5, I can just cut everyone. Does that make sense? I can just cut them all. I can just cut them all and be like, this ain't working, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Right? And
Fuck
so...
you guys.
Well, I would hope you wouldn't do that. I would hope you'd be like, hey, you know what? This isn't working, so maybe you need to start migrating back or whatever. But just to kick them all out, dude, oh, man.
Yeah.
That would not be good.
Well, I've never kicked anyone out that way, but yeah, that's the idea. It would be obviously let them go back to where they came from. In a polite, nice way, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, drop and burn, Green. That is 100% the TTT way. Drop and burn. We do that on a daily, don't we, guys?
That's awesome.
I mean, a lot of us talk about doing it. I don't think it's ever happened a single time, but yeah.
Well, you put Slaw back in charge.
That's right. Yeah, we'll get him back in here.
I was disappointed. I missed my opportunity to get Muller when you dropped him.
Yeah,
taking all the tiles.
That was the only one that I was willing to drop and burn. Speaking of that, so basically the reason, because I was gonna burn him myself personally, I was gonna just let him on fire because like fuck him. But anyway, basically I said in AC, you have 5 minutes to respond. His shield went up the very other second. But apparently he can't respond to messages for weeks on end. But he saw that message and he put on a shield.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I kicked him.
He was always watching.
Oh yeah, he was always watching. He was a little shit, basically. Little shit just watching. Just waiting for his opportunity to strike back. We had a couple of those people in the beginning of the lines that some of you wouldn't know about, but Sparvia, remember that guy Sparvia or Kai? That guy tried to pull a fucking fast one on us too. He joined another alliance and then he started burning our farms in our main hive, and I was like, what the fuck is this guy about?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then we just lit him on fire for a week straight. It was hilarious. But those were the early days of TTT. But yeah, so I will expedite it as fast as possible. I do want to sit down with Geronimo and Rag, and honestly, like I said, I think you guys know me. I'm pretty reasonable. Obviously, I'm not just going to do something fucking crazy just so we have, like, an enemy in our state that we have to worry about 24/7 as their name is Rag or something, right? I'm not going to do something crazy to upset them. I definitely won't sacrifice our well-being as a team to let them have their reign of the place. But I don't think they want that either. Honestly, guys, my talks with them have been very great and very good and very respectful. They're awesome. They're an awesome team. I've been friends with them since the beginning. Like Ramen, he reached out to me like the first throne battle. He reached out to me, so very start of the state, and he just said, "Hey, we should probably do something about these FUC guys." And so we've been talking ever since then. So very good guy, very reasonable team, and so I'll make sure that we get a good rap and it works out for both of us, mutual beneficial for everyone. And yeah, with that being said, I'll try and keep you guys up to date as best as possible. Just so everyone's aware of what the plan is. But, yeah, any other final concerns on that topic of a merger that we have missed or haven't been brought up, do you think?
What was the plan?
What up, Fox? Wait, you got away from the Amish?
I did.
What were you doing in Amish country?
There's a lot of Amish in Indiana.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, great fun. No towers.
That's good. Yeah, that makes sense. They got sneaky cell phones on that Amish colony. Don't pretend they don't.
They do. They have all the things,
Yeah.
and I'm not even telling you guys. Like, I can't wait until it gets warmer out. I'll be posting all the pictures of their horse and buggies lined up at McDonald's.
Oh, that's gonna be so great.
God.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not even kidding. There's like places for them to tie their horses up. They'll be in the drive-thru.
That is awesome.
The Amish. It is quite lovely.
That's so great. We have in Canada. We have well, I mean, they're nothing like the Amish, but they do live on like colonies. They're Hutterites, so they're of German descent. And they're phenomenal, though. They are like way more advanced than normal civilization in Canada. If you've ever been on their colony, it's like like the next. It's like alien country kind of thing. They do some crazy stuff. I was inside of their manufacturing for tabletops. They basically have all their stuff. Like they have it's their own self-sufficient city basically within their colony. And so they have this advanced like cabinet making like tabletop kind of like carpentry center, and there's some of the craziest machines I've ever seen in my entire life were in that Hutterite colony. It was insane.
That's weird. I would not have expected that.
I know, because they just dress so like plainly. Oh, Slaughter, what up?
I don't have a headset, so I'm doing this on just my phone, so bear with me.
Hey,
No worries. Thanks for being here, brother.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get back on topic. We love the Amish and the Hutterites. They're all awesome. Great people. I built many turbines with the Hutterites. They're so funny. The best was Dave's Palace of Love. I'll tell you that story another time. Anyway, so for our latecomer Slaughter, Fox, and Canyon, I think Canyon got the gist of it, but we're entertaining the thought and probably going to proceed more than entertaining at this point. We're probably going to proceed with a merger with RAG Alliance, RAG. To benefit the overall idea is to benefit us all, to push us all as one unit up into the top like 10, top 5, hopefully top 5. I'm pushing for top 4 because that's the best rewards there are in the entire game is top 4. So
yes,
that's where we will kind of set our sights for season 2 if this merger goes through. And ultimately what it entails is we would be the strategy side of things and they would be like the muscle, because they have like a bunch of C25s, right? And a bunch of C24s. And so they would be yeah, exactly. But so we would still run our same plan. That would be the general plan of hyper organized, and they would totally be on board with that because they're not super hyper organized. I don't know if you guys remember, like they probably won't say this, but remember who taught them RoC?
Yeah.
Right, you.
Right. They all had no idea what RoC was about. Yeah, some asshole is right. Some fucking asshole taught them. They had no idea, and like 10 to 12 of them were there every single day for that first week, right? And so they definitely, most of the strategy is the same strategy we're using because it's literally our game plan, right?
Yeah.
And then they just have a little bit more
like a
muscle.
fake strategy at the very beginning for like the first week, and then changed it after.
Yeah. Spread your buildings out like in a straight line so that there's lots of holes, because that's where the enemy, they can't get in there, but they might. So just keep it open for them. Yeah, just mess with them real big. No, I mean they're good. Like all those people that came to the streams are super good. Geronimo, Gunner, Sith, Rail, like they were all awesome. The 42. I'm missing a lot of people, I'm sure, but they were all great. We had like 10 of them every night, kind of thing. So it'll definitely be a good time. And so basically we're at the stage of any concerns. So I guess that would be the thing, Fox or Slaughter or anyone new, Canyon. Any concerns that you see that we haven't talked about yet? Oh yes, we are recording this to post up on YouTube later. Just if anyone's not comfortable with that, just let me know. But also,
What's up, YouTubers?
It's funny.
Tiling sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Ignore that voice. Anytime you hear that voice, guys, ignore that voice.
Yeah.
It's a trap. Run for your life.
The voice or Tyler?
The voice.
The voice
behind the Slaughter. No, but basically, it's just so we have a record of this, so that because I want everyone on our team to see what we're planning. Like that's one thing that I started with the meeting was like we don't really have leaders on our team. We call this like a leadership council, and that's literally because it's not a leadership meeting. It's a council of the leaders of our team coming and talking, and everyone can be here, right? And so that is basically why I'm going to put it up there, so that everyone on our team and all of our opponents apparently too, but that's okay. We only really lost one war potentially from YouTube, so there you go, guys. And I think we're going to lose that war anyway. But
Can you edit all the wars on YouTube to where we win?
I mean, I totally can. I don't personally know how to do that, but I'm sure I can employ someone to do that.
Sure, you just put in the ending from the other ones. And...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's just like the same ending. Oh, this looks really familiar.
Yeah.
Why is the score
the
exact
same outcome every single time?
Every war score is the exact
skill,
same.
baby.
Yeah, we planned it that way. Precise planning.
We're just that
now
good.
that is strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I think you should do our voiceovers for YouTube, Slaughter. I like the voice that comes out when you're
Totally.
talking about this stuff.
I agree.
See, it would be something along the lines of like this, of like, how did these guys win every single one, but they're still 18th?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's a mystery. It's a mystery of the universe. No.
Skills.
Yeah, so it's gonna be up there, but basically Fox, Slaughter, Green, or anyone have concerns? CMFL, anyone? Honestly, you can open up your mic and let me know anything, because I just want to know.
I think it's a good idea. And the last war, a lot of them are willing to come help me at EC2, but
Yeah.
they had that weird zombie thing going on, and they couldn't see anything because of all the red lines and whatnot.
Classic.
It'd be funny to watch the zombies go into a different state.
Yeah. That would be actually funny. Yeah, they just like travel borders because your castle's over there. That'd be awesome. No, yeah.
And they say
Yeah.
they only have like people on for their wars, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's not War Day, so I can't see. I did take a couple screenshots, but basically they only have like, sometimes they have like 15 to 20 people. Like a good war is like 25. So like our lowest war is like a good war for them, right? So it would greatly benefit us in the sense, well, it would greatly benefit both, right? More them in the numbers capacity for sure. But it would benefit us
So
in
are
the
we
power
merging
capacity.
into another alliance? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, they're merging into us.
Yeah, ideally, I don't know. We still have to work out the semantics, but ideally, Hell is determined that it's not that way.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
this voice.
No, what if we did like Veni, Vidi, whatever? Just do a name change, and then we'll just say it's going to be a mergers of equals.
Yeah,
and then that way it's not like
that's true.
Not like they're actually joining TTT, and but we're actually combining together to create a whole new
That's a
alliance.
good option. I should write that down because that definitely will relieve
could
like
name
any
it
power
T-Rag.
struggle. T-Rag. Yes, please. Done.
You like it? Come on, tell me that wasn't funny.
I'm preemptively gonna change our name to see how we look as T-Rag, okay?
I love it.
Just don't forget to make the R a B.
Teabag.
Or war, so they
Yeah.
Teabag and put an IN at the end.
Yeah.
I'm finding.
Speaking of that,
because,
yeah, go ahead, Fox.
we had a hard time finding SNY because of the ODB thing. So we could do that right before war to throw people off.
Yeah, well, speaking of that very thing, so I was in an alliance one time where the other person, they literally changed their name every single war. So that it was just so fucking confusing to try and find their shit always.
That's actually kind of smart.
But the board only
pretty funny.
the board doesn't update every day, right? The board updates like every week or something as far as the name change goes. So their castles were all something different, and then on the board they were something different, and then it was just like, what the fuck is happening here?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was actually hilarious. I mean, they were complete
Stealth
shit, but it
strategy.
was like their way of having fun with it, so it was good. Yeah,
We should totally do that.
I know, that would be hilarious. Just like,
I agree.
just actually change our name to like the target Smash VXI. Like that's our name.
Oh my god, I love that.
All our
idea.
castles just say Smash VXI. Or you know what I thought of? Actually, even better was everyone changing their name to like smash some alliance. Like they just change their name and put like a dot so we can have like infinite amount and put a dot in between the letters or something. Oh, that would be hilarious. And I was thinking that when I was changing my names to my farms to all the titles, I was thinking, what if we just all changed our name to like OP sucks or something, you know?
That'd be awesome.
Well, you know I will.
Oh, that was so funny. Yeah, this is along the lines of, remember what you were talking about, Slaughter, where like you
change our name to OPE
Yeah.
with a different variation,
Yeah.
and go start wars with everybody else in the state.
Yeah. And then like change it and say like we're the Academy of OPE.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
hilarious. Yeah, that would have been gold. Yeah, but anyway, we don't hate OPE. We love everyone in our state because that's not going to go a long way if we're trying to facilitate a merger of some kind.
Look at him trying to be political lie right now.
Maybe just cut this part out.
Everyone
No.
backpedal quick, backpedal.
Hey, Warl, did your nose just grow when you say that?
Yeah, exactly.
Hands on fire.
Yeah. But basically, yeah, it looks like everyone's kind of in the same mind. So Green says this: I'm okay with RC War, but I will be honest, if anyone fucks with TTT OG, I will drop my tag. Yeah. You'll drop a teabag on them, or what?
So, aren't we going to lose our points if we go into another alliance this late?
Yeah, so we're not
I
going to
mean,
do it.
when
It's for
Russberry joined
season.
us, she
It's
lost.
for season 2. It's for season 2. Yeah. So after this meeting, please, no one just like leave our alliance because you're going to lose your rewards if you do that. Just wait. So you got to wait till tally week's over. Wait till season 1's over, and you'll see when it's over. It's pretty straightforward. And then it'll be like probably the week or two after that. Then we'll merge with them and get ready for season 2.
I think Foxy should leave and come right back,
No.
Why?
just so she loses all her tiling purple sweaty nerd points.
No. I'm
Why
not
would you
trying
wish
to
that
leave my
upon
little farm in
everybody?
the big lines too.
I can teabag as well, Green says. Yes, you can, good sir.
Green.
Do it.
One last thing I did want to mention to everyone here, because we have quite a few people that came in now. This is perfect. So that's kind of where we're at. This is what that meeting was about, just kind of prepping. We're going to be everything you missed is basically just go watch the video, but basically we're going to change up the leaders a little bit, especially if we're going to have a merger. We're going to have to do that. Fox, can you just mute yourself for a sec? We're getting feedback on your end. Thanks. So we're going to have to switch up the leadership a little bit, especially if we're doing this merger. But ultimately, like you guys know me, I'm gonna make sure that we get a fair bit in this, of course, right? And it's gonna benefit us, and we're all just gonna grow together. And then ultimately, with this merger, it'll definitely help in RC, but it'll give us some what's the thing? Some unity in the state too, right? Because if like Hell and Rag and TTT were all on the same page more, and if they're on the same team, they literally will be on the same page. But if we were all on the same page more, then we could get rid of some stuff. Instead of just having a civil war every week, we could just do it once, and then it'd be done and over with because they couldn't come back from it, kind of thing. And so it will give a little bit of state unity and stuff like that, and gives the opportunity for El Rena to be emperor too, which would be awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I support this.
But
Me too.
ultimately, it'll benefit us, or it won't happen, and I'll make sure of that. So, okay, well, I guess I'll just tell you because I can't apparently show you. So if we go into the Alliance Tech, okay, from what I've seen within our state, even the big spending alliances in our state, if we go to our gift, we're like pretty much...
That's what you were talking about.
The gift, so that's how much money our actual team spends on this game, is remarkably higher than anyone would imagine. We're at gift level 7 just about, and most alliances are like gift level 5. Okay, so there's that. And then technology. Yeah, like we're crushing it. Like we're I know just from what I've seen in other states, most states aren't at the point that we're at right now on alliance technology. Until like RoC Season 3. So I imagine the other people in our state are in a similar boat to the average alliance out there. And so we're also crushing it in that. Because we've been on it since day one. Right? I don't know if you guys know this, but let me copy and paste something to you for a second here from my keep notes. And if you joined our alliance later on, you already got this from me.
Is it the one where I said donate or get kicked?
No. No. It's just a simple like thing that sent to everyone. It's not a big deal, but I'll just show it just so everyone's aware. I'd like to show you guys a little bit about behind the scenes of what it takes to run an alliance like ours. It takes some time, that's for sure. Okay, so I have this it's just a copy and paste, so it's not like I have to type it out every single time, but I have this. So those two messages, the first one was before Reign of Chaos, and the second one was afterwards. And so everyone, right from day one in our alliance, knows what they're supposed to be doing, knows what they need to be focusing on, and knows that communication is the main point of our whole team, right? Makes sense, guys?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so like, I don't know what other team leaders do, but I promise you they don't send as much mail as I do to these people to help them have a good time, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Basically, our team is the bomb, right? We can all be in agreement that our team is the shit. And so we'll make sure that the deal with Reg works out for both of us, and that no one gets screwed, whether them or us. And if someone feels like they're going to get screwed, then it's just not going to happen, and we'll just go about our business as we do. We'll do fine without merging next season. We'll do good. It'll be a struggle to get to top 10, but we'll probably push it. We'll crack it a couple times, and we'll try and hold it as best we can. But, yeah. Whatever happens, is we'll make the best of it, right, guys?
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Yes, little troll lady.
Yes.
Remind me of one of those trolls off of Trolls, you know?
Totally. It's perfect. Love it. Good.
Yeah. So, yeah. I gotta go deal with my kids, guys, on a more full-time basis here, so I'm gonna have to part ways with you. Like I said, I'll make sure this doesn't go up on YouTube until after probably the season's over, because, I mean, no one needs to know this information right now, and it will definitely sway some negotiations if it's publicly known to everyone in the negotiation phase. All the stuff we've just talked about. So we're going to hold off on uploading it, but I'll let you guys know as soon as it gets uploaded. If you need to go back and be like, okay, what's the plan with this? What's the plan with that? If you came late, you can review all that.
OPE sucks. Sorry, just wanted to add that for the video.
They don't. Their academy sure does, though. I'll be straight with you there. Their academy is...
Are we done? Is there anything else?
No. You guys go about your thing. I've got to go, like I said, probably make some food for these savages. And hope they didn't destroy something else in my house.
All
Me
right.
too. Goodbye.
See ya, El. See you guys. Thanks so much for being here. We'll try and do these once a week or once every couple weeks. So just pay
Sweet.
note to the all mail. I'll probably try and give you a little bit more forewarning than like 5 minutes next time.
Yes. That'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Neither.
Thanks
Oh,
for being
yeah.
here, Canyon.
Good.
Righto, not
Sexy
everyone.
bitch.
Are you gonna be here for war? Last war, brother?
Is there even a question in that or what?
No. I knew it. Oh, I did
Of
actually.
course.
I wanted to touch on one thing with you, brother. Canyon. So, are you still good with helping out on defense, like for next season too, if we're needed to, like the one war a week kind of situation?
I might be even more useful because I might actually start early with everyone else this time.
Oh, look at you
Try
go.
and actually build up this time with everyone else.
Whoa. Now you're talking. Now you're making me like.
And he's gonna quit his job.
There's some weird feelings happening in my body, and I like them.
Yeah, speaking of my job,
We're gonna
I'm
make him
there
quit
now,
his job
but,
too.
you know,
What was that there, Canyon?
I said, speaking of my job, I'm currently at the hardware store and then going to the workshop. So I'm just sort of listening in. That's why I haven't been talking much.
Oh, no worries, dude. That's awesome. That's what's cool about Discord. You can just toss it on mute and go about your day mostly.
Yep.
No. Awesome, guys. Thanks so much. I'll catch you on the flip. Thanks, Fox. Thanks, Slaughter. Thanks, Mar and Cole. You guys are awesome. And E, thank you all.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah. Catch you all later.
Is your mouth full of breakfast, Cole? How delicious is it? Tell me all about it.
Yeah, we had how you say it? We were very committed to this whole procedure. We had the laptop on the chair next to the breakfast table.
To hear you and watch everything.
That's awesome. You guys are the power couple of our alliance. I'll tell you that much right now. You guys are so good.
The sweaty nerd couple.
We'll see you guys. Thanks so much. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See ya.